Hello everybody, welcome to CC Sim Racing. I'm your host Craig Cook. How are we today? Yes, we are here at Bathurst for our YouTube Partners event, and a beautiful track here in Oz. And what a track, what a battle it was. And this was one I actually raced in with the ladies and gentlemen who joined me for the event. 40 laps around this absolutely picturesque circuit, and enjoyable for sure. So we had fuel on, we had tyre wear, racing softs is all you needed, but the weather was changing ever so slightly. It was making it very slippery, and obviously people were making mistakes as they were going along, which also made it very interesting throughout the race. So we do appreciate those who do join in and get the chat going. But this is a live stream. But it's a rerun of the race that we had last week for the YouTube's partner event. Anyway, let's have a look who we had on the track. And it was Red Spectre. We had Sophie. We also had what's the name? Rockstar as well, who gave me a little nudge, which you'll see later on, which was quite funny. Hopefully we don't miss it. There was a couple of others there. We got Audio Muted, Gear Kayla, we had Jeppy there, myself. We also had Damo Roberts there. We also had Sooner Man as well from FFR, so great to see that he was racing. We also had Stickman in the DeWalt livery, which was really nice. Ali Sahana raced as well. Richard Pugh, Sim Dog as well, which I ain't seen for a while. Just a nice little shout out there as well. And also we had Rippin' the Tearin', and had to leave quite suddenly, but was still a very good race indeed. So without further ado, let's get this one underway. Please don't forget, if you can, to like, subscribe, and please enjoy the entertainment we go through. And great to see a few more viewers are coming in, because I was panicking I was be doing this on my own, which is a bit sad. But if you'd like to come in and chat, then please do so. We do appreciate it. And here we go for the start of the race. So yeah, 40 laps of this ever exhausting track, but it was an absolute belter. So off we went, and it was that man. I'll just pause it quickly. Actually, it was this man who was on pole position. He's there in the front there. Let's see if we can get a better angle of it. So it was Rippin' there. We also had Red Spectre, who was on pole position. Then we had Roberts in third, Jensen in fourth, then myself there in fifth. Audio Muted was in sixth. Then we had Rockstar in seventh, with Sooner Man there in eighth. Then we had Gear Kayla ninth, Mr. Dog himself in 10th. We had Hannah in 11th, Stickman in 12th. Sophie at the back, which you'll see later on in the race, was I think she had some sort of strategy going on, which was really cool. So Sophie there in 13th, and Richard Pugh in 14th place. So without further ado, let's get this one underway. Don't know why it's showing me Red Spectre on pole position, because he wasn't on pole, obviously. But there we go, as we go into turn one for the first time. Don't worry about the screen, I do apologise, it's a little bit wrong there. But it was Red Spectre who took the lead as we went into turn one, obviously with the red flags, or should I say with the rolling starts. Red Spectre took it all the way down to the straight, and Rippin' the Tearin' was trying to find a way through, as you can see, and can't quite do it as they go into turn two. Up the climb they go. Lovely shots at the cars. It has changed now, so Rippin' the Tearin' is now in second. Thank you very much, Mr. Cameraman. So it's going through. Up the mount they go. Roberts there in third, and a bit of contact with the wall there, as you can see. Jensen now on his case as they climb on board with Jensen. Let's go right in there. Jensen chasing them down in fourth place. You can see Rippin' the Tearin' trying to find a way through on Red Spectre already in the first lap. And a little bit wide went Roberts, and that took him off the track into the realm of no return. And it was Jensen who takes third. D. Roberts now into that fourth place. There's me happily in fifth place. Very pleased that I managed to hold it all together in the first few laps, but that was all to change as I started to chase down Mr. Roberts, who was there in 4th place, which ended up being a great race in the end. That leader's coming through. Chasing down was myself. So Audio Muted there in 6th place. Again, nice aggressive looking car, nice liveries. We come down to the final few corners after lap 1. So everyone seemed to have got through. Rockstar there as well. Made this race very interesting, very impressive drive as well from the Aussie. Then we had Suna and Gear Kayla having a good old battle, and Suna just manages to shut the door on Gear Kayla. They came into the final corner. Managed to hold on for a little while longer, but it was all happening up front, as you can see. Not too sure why the keyboard isn't working on the replays, but we'll have to just scroll over there, and as you can see, Jensen now going for 2nd place and gets it from Ripinatarian. So now Ripinatarian under real pressure goes sideways, and Jensen manages to go through into 2nd place. The battle continued. They climbed the hill for the 2nd time of asking. This moment in time, anyone could have won this race. Very, very close. You can see fans all watching on the top of the mount. Once again, showing how much he loved the wall there. Started to lose pace, as you can see. Just started to feel the realism of this racetrack and enjoying it as well. As you can see, Audio Muted now putting me under real pressure. Not nice. I can tell you that much. Again, contact with the wall slightly. I think at some point here it was a mistake from myself, but looks like I'm okay at the moment. But the force started to get away, so it was Red Spectre from Jensen, Ripinatarian, Roberts. Audio Muted now looking for a pass. Hi Robert, how you doing, mate? Great to see you. The Audio Muted now trying to challenge me for a position here. Backed out as well, so good respect there from Audio Muted. Now have a look at Rockstar, who was just off the back of this battle. And noticeably quick as we carried on through. But Gear Kayla made a mistake, as you can see, as he come off the fast sweeping left-hander. Hard on the brakes there, but just overshot. Fuel was on ×4, so it was very difficult to judge this race. There was Dog. And Sophie was at the back here, which is incredible to see, because obviously I haven't seen this race yet. But in 11th spot at this moment in time for United Sim. And there is Stickman in 12th place. Richard Pugh was not having the best of their times out there. It was a very tricky track, it really was. And Isa Hannah facing him down. So back to the leaders, and it was all about Jensen, because Jensen made an opportunity stick, and we're just going to go back and see where he done that, and I'm pretty sure it was done way before that, and it was done way before that. So done it before that as well. So he's all the way back here somewhere. He got the pass done, so Jensen went into the lead. Red Spectre in 2nd. Ripin and Roberts having a good battle side by side, which gave obviously me the opportunity to close up, and contact there between Roberts and Ripin. So it was now a 6-car train, followed by Rockstar in 7th place. Then we had Sunaman, who was now being closed down slightly by Gear Kayla, but not as fast as I would have expected. So Suna was doing a cracking job there in 8th place. And Simdog at the back there, with Sophie now in 11th place with Stickman behind. Richard Pugh still holding 13th, with Hannah just behind him. But Jensen was holding this lead, but he was under real pressure from everyone behind. Go on board with a very slippery Ripinatarian, as you can see, really struggling in the coming up to the mount now. A lovely shot of the car as we come through, clipping the curb, and Roberts trying to find a way through, and he manages to squeeze his car through there, and Ripinateri making a mistake, going very wide. That very treacherous left-hander. Very easily lose it there, big style, as you'll see later on in the race. But now it started to really hot up, as you can see, everyone trying to find room, and that big mistake there cost Roberts big style with some aero damage and suspension on the front. So Roberts in 7th, there is Rockstar now into 6th place. And it helped on the tails of the cars in front of a great exit off the corner, as you can see. And again, Roberts just losing the back, obviously, with the front aero not helping him at all. So that was Ripinateri pulling into the pits, obviously damage after his incident, which dropped everybody back, and that gave Audio Muted 4th place, and myself now finding myself in 3rd place, which is quite shocking, to be honest, for myself. And there is Red Spectre in 2nd, with Jensen still holding the lead, but Jensen under real pressure from Red Spectre. Let's have a lap with Red. Very close to the wall there was Red Spectre. A very tough corner as well. He's really sort of hugged the inside of the wall there. Again, very treacherous section. Great fuel saving. And again, really closing in on Jensen was Red. Great exit off that corner. Now the drag race 2. Bottom of the hill now. Side by side of the two drivers. Nearly side by side. Was having a look. Again. Oh. Again looks to the inside. Not doing it there. But Jensen still holding that lead. So Jensen from Red Spectre, from Cook in 3rd, Audio in 4th, Rockstar in 5th place, followed by Roberts, who now goes into the pits. With Gear Kayla now in 7th, who's passed Sunaman, who's there in 8th, who will now drop into that 7th spot. Roberts into the pits for his suspension and tyre change. Now in goes the fuel, all the way back there to 11th spot, and away he goes. So out on track, a little bit of air, gets a harsh penalty as well as he made a mistake going into the pits. So Isahana there in 12th, Stickman in 13th, and also Richard Pugh in the wall somewhere. So he also had contact. Back to the leaders, and it's still Jensen from Red Spectre. Good battle between these two. Still just sits behind him, so obviously using the car in front can also help you with your fuel strategy for later on in the race. Oh, gets on the grass, nearly loses the car, and just to hold it, get back into the game. So Jensen doing a great job holding off Red Spectre there. And unfortunately, I had an incident in the wall, and that cost me. So I did carry on with the bumper and front suspension damage. I tried to just stay with the top 4. Yeah, he did exactly that. He did indeed, Tartan. Great to see you, buddy. Thank you for joining. So the man to watch out for now was this guy here, Rockstar and Audio Muted. You can see just in front, Red Spectre still just sitting very happily behind Jensen, but the man on the move was Audio Muted with a 204.174. Really start to find his feet. As Rockstar pushes on. Hook in 5th place now, with Gia Kayla now they're in 6th. Tuna Man climbing the hill now and has a bit of a gap from the car behind. As you can see now, with the damage coming in, it all started to change. Sophie now in 8th place as well, so Sophie started to really push, and obviously from the back of the grid now up to 8th with some just consistent driving, getting into the 204.9s as well, so great stuff from her. Then we had Simdog, who was great to have him back, and was really finding his feet again, but obviously lack of practice and the wall was beckoning. Ripping and tearing back on track, hit another part of the circuit somewhere, and front bumper damage. That will not cost him too much, apart from obviously the start of the straights. With Roberts also now back in the mix with a vast tank of fuel. So Hannah still there in 12th, keeping it consistent. The 1-2-11s there. Dickman still playing in the wall, and Richard Pugh with some serious damage there. So Red Spectre takes the lead after Jeppy pulls into the pits, with Audio Muted in 2nd, Rockstar in 3rd, and myself there in 4th. So Jensen, we watch now coming in. We'll see, does he do a tyre change? Now this is be interesting. Yes, he does. He does do a tyre change. Looks like he had a strategy in mind. He didn't leave it till the last minute to dump the fuel the car. So just under half a tank, and that was him back in the mix. So out goes Jensen, and he should get out okay, but he has got the likes of Simdog just behind him, who's going to have the acceleration out of the corner, but couldn't quite catch him. As you can see, Jensen warming up the tyres as he comes up to turn 2. Sophie now creeps herself into 7th place. Those times are dropping as the consistency kicks in. Luna Man having a good run as well, now into 7th, but there was an incident further on, and bit of contact as I tried to overtake Richard Pugh, and blue flags are out, but I also got some damage on the way. Also gave Rockstar the opportunity to close the gap. And I think, if I remember rightly, I think it was Rockstar who had the crash. I think it was further up. I do apologise. We'll just go back and have a look at that. So I think it was Rockstar that had the incident. We come up the hill. Pretty sure it was him that spun. I might be wrong. Yeah, it was just there, bang, into the wall, and spins out. And luckily it ghosted in front of me so I could get through. So Rockstar now into 4th, and Gia Kayla there in 5th, with Suna there in 6th place. Suna, followed by Sophie in 7th. Jensen now in 8th, trying to back on the pace again. Simdog now in 9th place. Ripping the tearing now. Starting to the push onto Simdog. Roberts trying to get back into this after the early pit stop and damage. Nice Hannah there in 12th. Looking livery that. Stickman in the DeWalt. Climbing the hill. Pew at the back there now being attacked by the faster cars, but did a great job. Did get out of the way whenever he could possibly do so. Very tough track, but it was Red Spectre now in the lead. And starting to pull away from this man, Audio Muted, who still had the fastest lap. Myself still there in 3rd with the damage. Rockstar in 4th place, closing me down very, very quickly indeed. Here, Kayla, not that far behind now. Great shots of the top part of the section of this track. Beautiful, beautiful part of the track as well. Look at that view. Stunning. So Sunaman now being chased by Sophie. So Sophie's now caught up with Sunaman. And 2 seconds quicker, but great consistency from FFR Sunaman. Oh, and there you can see big incident there from Richard Pugh, just losing the back end of the car. And this is where it started to get interesting because fuel started to play a big part, but Rockstar wasn't going to push. He wasn't going to overtake. He was just sort of sitting behind me happily to see the leader in front. Sunaman feeling the pressure from this lady here on board with Sophie. Go on board with Sunaman and goes into the pits, and there goes Sophie. Into the pits you go. So Sunaman now into the pits for his stop. Very low on fuel as well. And fuel goes in. So Simdog now taking his opportunity to pass another one on his travels, and that's Roberts through with Ripinatarian just in front. Benson there in 7th place. In front now is Sophie. Oh, very close to the wall. Here, Kayla there in 5th. Rockstar still putting me under pressure, but we seem to have caught Audio Muted on our travels, which was fantastic stuff. Working together to catch the man in front. He's looking in the rearview mirror there. Lovely shot that was. Red Spectre started to pull away. All happening for that 3rd place. On board with Audio Muted in 2nd. Come up to back markers. So well done to the ladies and gents, that we had to pass. It was very tough track, very easily done. Easily make a mistake. As you can see, Stickman now the next man on the list as Gear Kaler comes into the pits for his refuel and tyres. So Stickman doing the right thing, just moves out the way, and this is where it got a little bit tricky because I was flashing my lights and managed to get past. Luckily, the start followed suit. Good battle going on in the background. Came into the S's, still running low. A very dark time for me here because I ran out. I literally had nothing left. I come down the straight and I run out of fuel, and this lovely gentleman here pushed me to the pits. I was trying to tell him to go past, but he decided to, no, I'm going to push you to the pits. Look at that. What a gentleman. An absolute gentleman. So he gave me a little push down the straight. Stickman was thinking, what is going on here? He pushed me into the pits. That was a lovely gesture. Thank you very much to Rockstar for that, because that would have been a very long trip back to the pit lane. So in we go, and audio muted is in. Red Spectre is also in, but this gave Red Spectre audio muted the opportunity to pull away. We have to keep an eye on Sophie, because Sophie was still cooking at the moment. A little bit more fuel as well, and Jensen wasn't that far behind either, so Red Spectre fueling up there. Audio muted also fueling in. Myself also, but I also had damage, which is going to cost me some time. The Rockstar also in the pits. So Roberts was coming down the start-finish straight. Everything started to change as Sophie takes the lead. And Jensen in second. Roberts is now third, and Red Spectre will be the first one out of the lot to get away. But he also had audio muted, who sort of stole his thunder out the pits, and I'm not too sure how that happened, but fantastic work from the pit crew. And that's audio muted now into fourth. Red Spectre drops into fifth. Gear Kaler made his way into sixth place, and Cook now in seventh with Rockstar in eighth. Sunaman was not that far behind either. In ninth spot now as the first set of pit stops to happen in front of our eyes. Dog now filling up after his change of tyres. Also has aero damage, so he'll get that sorted out as well. Fantastic Facecraft sponsored car. A lot of damage on the front of that vehicle, as we see ripping and tearing going through new turn one after start from straight there, losing the back and managing to get it back together. Dog refueling. Stickman comes round. Final corner he goes, and we just see the Simdog comes out of the pits. And we're having a good job here, and very luckily manages to save it. So there's a yellow flag a little bit further down. We come out of the exit of the corner. I think it was Stickman that made a mistake. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Simdog who made a mistake, and he's off the track. So problems for Simdog as Jensen comes through. Sophie now parks up and takes her pit stop one lap after everybody else. Sophie stays on the tyres, goes for fuel, so gaining substantial amount of time. United Sim Team car comes in. Please don't forget to comment. Do love your comments coming in. Please say hello. Do appreciate it. So Sophie goes out and gets a penalty for her troubles, which she didn't want there. So Suna Man is there in 9th place, and see Sophie in front, so slightly less fuel, so could manage a position change here. With that penalty, that's not going to help at all. So Rockstar in 7th, Cook there in 6th. Then we have Gear Kayla, who's pounced on these positions. With Red Spectre now in 4th. Audio Muted starting to pull away here. But blue flags are out. See Richard Pugh just in front there. This track just begs for the 30-40 cars, but yeah, I know. It's brilliant, isn't it? Imagine it, 40 cars on here. On sim. Amazing. So Audio Muted goes past. There's Red Spectre also about to pass Richard Pugh there, and does so very nicely. Gear Kayla in 5th. Cook in 6th, with Rockstar chasing him down for that position. Sophie about to take her penalty. Literally puts you into a stop. Look at that. Wow. So Sunaman at full pelt will be closing that up very, very quickly. Now can see the UST driver there in front. Ripping and tearing, making his way there in 10th place. Stickman still going round. Anna there in 12th, with Simdog now coming back on the track. I do believe he had a phone call that he had to take. So the chase was on, and Richard Pugh was there in 14th place as the blue flags come out. The leaders come through. Now this is a bit of a problem here, because managed to get through. Jensen doing a cracking job here, isn't he? Leading this race. Nice big gap, but Robert seems to be in a great position, but had to fuel. So had a slight gap, but made a mistake as he came into the S's, which cost him again more aero damage and suspension. With Audio in 3rd place. Red Spectre there in 4th, chasing him down now, really close. These 2 cars. Kayla there in 5th place, with Rockstar now taking that position from Cook. For a big, big mistake, overtaking one of the drivers. Sophie making her way round and coming back down the hill now. There is Suna. Ripping there in 10th. Stickman in 11th. Oh, Hannah's chasing him down. On board of Hannah. Using all that track nice and sideways, we do enjoy that. The selection of drivers here, PC Sim, especially for the this event. Little contact with the wall there from Hannah. The leader, Jensen, showing great skills. He pulls away from the pack, but don't forget he had fueled a lot earlier than everybody else. So as you can see on the gauge at the bottom, Muted's in a very good position here. Jensen also going faster. Fastest lap from Roberts. Really opening up the tap for 2:03.371. Kayla now coming through 4th place. Rockstar in 5th. Cook there in 6th. Chase him down. Sophie now in 7th. He flags out for the drivers. Lunaman's still there in 8th. Followed by Roberts in 9th place. And again, contact with the wall from Richard Pugh. And really unfortunate. If we can go back and see that. Yes, we can. Following suit on the tearing there. So into this braking area. Just overshoots into the grass. And into the wall. Unfortunate for Pugh there. So Jensen making his way through on lap 15. He's just making his way up the climb. With Red Spectre in hot pursuit. Kayla now, not that far behind. Behind him, just coming into shot, is Rockstar. With Cook there in 6th. Sophie on the prowl. And a few drivers on target for only 3 pit stops. Most of the rest. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I still need to learn fuel saving tart, and I was just shy of where I should have been. But a bit of advice, I'll be ready for the next one. So Sophie in 7th, Sunaman still in that 8th place, the American. Great looking liveries as well. Roberts in 9th place, starting to now push on. Getting that fastest lap, hasn't quite made it again, still 2:05s, but Jensen now into the pits. Audio muted under real pressure from Red Spectre, so here we go, Jensen in the pits, now dropping back slowly. So Jensen filling up. His way in now is Mr. Cook. And now dropping down to 8th place. Sooner goes through into 7th place. Jensen now with a full tank chase for this lady here in front. Not changing her tyres, very brave. Are now in 4th. That's with that aero damage, we have a yellow flag in front. I think that was Gia Kayla who made the mistake. And it was Gia Kayla with the front aero damage. Trying to get the car under control. Rockstar chases him down. Let's go on board. Rockstar now into third place. As Gia Kayla and Lunaman come in to the pits. Fills up, does Sunaman in 10th place at the moment. Hannah there in 11th. Up a spin for Richard Pugh in the background. Opportunity here for Hannah. Great drive this as well. So not constant 209s. Great lap times from Hannah there. Stickman 208s. Dog now in the pits with damage, but it looks like he might have retired. In the pits, so Red Spectre in the lead, Audio Muted in second, followed by that man there in third place. We do have another spinner somewhere. Not too sure where that spinner is. I think it might have been Hannah, because Hannah's coming back into the pits. So Hannah in the pits. She fills up now with Pugh there. Trying to get a lap in, but now being chased down by. And there, the Australian flies through. Chase Hannah with a penalty as she comes back out of the pits. Rippeterin now in with a huge amount of damage. Una now in at the 9th spot, now passes Rippin on track for a top 10 finish here. Cook there in 8th, himself into those low 204s. Not done it yet. Roberts there also just in front, pushing along quite nicely now in that rhythm. Still that aero damage, nearly touching the wall. Kayla also very smooth. I think his words were he didn't like this track, but again, it's one of those tracks very rewarding if you get it right. Gia Kayla through. Jensen also now managing Sophie with the worn tyres on board with Jensen. Sophie now feeling the pressure. Let's close in. Halfway mark of this race. Job here from Jensen, but again, very good driving here from Sophie, holding off that man behind. So Sophie see Jensen behind now. Pressure on. Oh, behind them as well. I can just see faintly the Mustang of Gear Kayla. It just started to rise into the great mark of this race. Oh, it's not looking too great for Sophie. With Sophie as leaders come in to the pits. Rockstar now has the lead of this race as well. Jensen losing this gap up on Sophie, now in second place. So this battle starting really hot up here. The weather started to change, tyres starting to get greasy. The leader comes into the pits. Now everything is definitely changing with that aero and suspension damage. Sophie takes the lead of this race. Still has a lap to play with here. So Jensen back in the lead with Red Spectre in second, Sophie in third place, and into fourth. Refuel. Battle going on here between Roberts and Rockstar. So Rockstar's got himself in the back there, but Roberts coming into the pits as Sarah Favour now finds himself into 7th place. Sophie's still refueling and could find herself out in front or maybe behind Rockstar, and she will be behind Rockstar, so she pulls out, finds herself back there in 7th place. Rockstar now into 6th place with Cook in 5th. The pits goes Cook, and also Hudson filling up again. Into lap 25 of 40. Yeah, Kayla now into the pits. Change a few things. Rockstar should go through as the sun starts to kick his face out of the clouds. Yeah, Kayla now to refuel as Jensen goes through. Sophie follows suit there in 5th. Just passing the lone wolf of Richard Pugh, who's still going round. Well, here Kayla in 6th. In 7th place, followed by Roberts in 8th. Sooner there in 9th. Dickman there in 10th place, followed by Hannah and Richard Pugh. Two pitted cars of and Dog. Leave slightly earlier than had to retire. Hi Red Bull. How you doing, Mark? Great to see you, mate. Sorry Travis to give us army, but I mate, stop for the evening. You're welcome. Appreciate it for joining, man. I appreciate it, thank you. Not many views, but usually be racing on a Friday night, but Red Spectre has the lead. The sooner now being overtaken. I think that's your mate, isn't it? He's just been passed. He's doing very, very well indeed. So Red Spectre lead at the moment, followed by Audio Muted in 2nd place. Rockstar in third for the bump and run at the start with the fuel. The laps of 204s in the last 5 laps there, as you can see on screen. Absolutely fantastic stuff from him. In 4th place, followed by Sophie, who's really climbed the ladder this race. Last on the grid, now in 5th. Over we go. Gia Kayla there in that 6th spot. Threatened, I'd say, by myself, or trying to. But a couple of mistakes kicking in with the tyre wear, sort of starting to sway to the game. The D Roberts there in 8th place, paced down by Mr. there, who's further back, but running well at the moment in time. Sigmaneri in 10th, followed by Isa Hanna in 11th place. Richard Pugh still out on track, but again another mistake from Richard. Very, very hard. It's very, very challenging. You need the practice around this track. Get your braking right, get your car in the zone. Know which is the best gear for this track. Get back to sooner. There he is on track. Looking forward to watching this stream. Yeah, it is a really tough track, mate. It really is. Very challenging on the hands, the thumbs, the feet, the eye contact. Reflexes have got to be second to none, especially around this sector as well. And hard on the brakes here. Don't want to stay too wide here because you can hit the open boards on the right hand side. So he chases down the man in front. The man who's now climbing the hill and goes 3/10 faster. One. Yeah, 203, 204s for Roberts. The cook there is coming round. 203.7 there, but has had a few mistakes. Quite as consistent as he wanted to be, but nevertheless enjoying this fun race for the YouTube partnership event. Yeah, Kayla, with no practice, has found himself in 6th place with 29 here. And Sophie in 5th. Front is Jensen. With Star just in front there. 3rd. Each 2nd place is audio muted. We really need to set tyres sometime soon. Red Spectre on zone at the moment. On fuel. Goes in another back marker. Great respect from the back markers. Crazy consistent times, 204s, 203s. The Red Spectre takes that fastest lap. 203.218. I have to run, but I'll share the channel to my team Discord. Excellent job with the partnership. Well deserved, mate. Keep up the excellent work. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Legend. Thank you very much, and all the best with the travelling. You're of the US Army. Good luck, mate. So, Red Spectre holding the lead. Audio muted in 2nd, but Rockstar really closing him down now. Guys having to pit quite soon. As you can see, Jensen and also Sophie there, 4th and 5th respectively. Better fuel at the moment, so challenge is on as Rockstar really closes up. Audio muted. to second place as already muted now. Finds himself in third. Sophie in fourth. Jensen pits. Jensen with 10 laps to go. Zero damage. Builds up to the end of the race, I'm pretty sure now. Jensen in. Gearkaler ain't that far away, and there he is in that 6th place. Across the line. He looks like he might take this position. Yes, he does. So into 5th place he goes and makes a mistake. And that's going to give Cook the opportunity here to close the gap up on Gearkaler now. Is he going to have the opportunity to pass? Go on board with Cook and his purple sector. The first sector of this lap. 31 and 40. Now into the pits as well, so we'll change. We go to the final stages of this race. So Sophie now in 4th place, just under quarter of a tank. Audio muted is literally on the air through into the pit lane. Need to see the white lines, and goes and makes a mistake as he comes into the pits, and that is going to cost him, and that will be a 3-second penalty. Rockstar also in. Vector filling up to the end of the race now. Where is Sophie on track? Sophie's coming into the final corner, so she's looking very good at the moment. Still filling up his Red Spectre. Sophie takes the lead of this race. There she goes. Out goes Red Spectre. Sophie now with that 3-second penalty from Red Spectre as well. Sophie's in a great position here. Lady driver of United Sim Team make this win. Red Spectre on the chase, 3-second penalty. Rockstar still filling up. Already muted. Also, Cook stays out. Finds himself now in 3rd place. Or does he? No. Rockstar has just pipped him for that position with a full tank of fuel. Goes into 3rd. Chasing him down in 4th. Audiometer is still there in 5th with a penalty as well. Jensen in 6th with plenty of fuel now, I think, for the end of this race. Michaela also going to the end. Roberts in the pits as well, fueling up for the final few of this race. Sunaman in 9th. Back to the leader's penalty as Audiometer takes his penalty. Rockstar and Cook together on track, 3rd and 4th respectively, but again Cook has to pit. And Rockstar in 3rd. The 4 laps to go. He was pushing Cook to the pit lane. Running out of fuel. Vector in 2nd. There is your leader of this race, Sophie Erwin, United Sim Team. Richard Pugh moves out of the way and does the right thing. He carries on. Red Spectre. The Rockstar and Cook aiming for that third place. Audio Muted down the road in 5th. To go. You're pushing hard now. But with some very second-hand tyres. May just pit this time round. Start in 3rd. Vector now past you. Sophie comes into the pits. Dramatic moments of this race. Laps to go. Pit crew come out. Massive, crucial moment of this race. Red Spectre comes through, takes the lead back from Sophie. Now, where is Rockstar? There is Rockstar. Who comes into the pits. Audio Muted is going to come through as well. So as the two are in, Sophie's in, about to come in. Audio Muted goes into 3rd place. Wait for racecraft driver to come through. DC Sim. Sophie comes out with room on track. Jensen also goes past. Muted out in 3rd place. Start down Mr. Tuna Man. Does the right thing, or does he? Still side by side, sees the driver come through. Well on to Tuna Man, moves out the way. So Red Spectre has a comfortable lead now. Around 10, maybe 12 seconds down the road. Oh, goodness me. And there's a crash, and that is Rockstar in the wall. And Sunaman through. Not too sure what that was about. Didn't look good at all. There goes Audio Muted, who now takes 2nd place from Rockstar. That huge collision. Sophie, not that far behind now, is in the mix here. There's another yellow flag out. Another yellow flag for a driver. Now we're going to see who that is. Through is, fortunately, that man again. So he picks up the toe. Are in 3rd. Is Cook with Roberts down the road, and still holding that 9th position at this moment in time, with Stickman in 10th, followed by Hannah in 11th. Richard Pugh still going round. Karen tired, with Dog Lucky back on track. They'll sort it out. What issue they had there, but Red Spectre holding this lead at the moment. Big gap then from him to Audio Muted. There's Audio. Rockstar down the road. There is Sophie. So there is your 2nd, 3rd and 4th all in the same shot. Benson also there on the straight. Here Caleb just coming into straight after turn 1. There is Cook just making his way onto the straight. They're also in 8th place. Man there in 9th. Back to the leader. There he is. performance here from Red Spectre. The first 100. Muted there, being chased down. Let's go on board with all the music because it could be interesting to see. Rockstar after his spin, you can see just a glimpse of Sophie's car there. Overtaking that's Dog Lucky. I see Sophie's car there, so back of the new driver is Sophie. Glimpse of red paint in the background. 4 laps to go of this race. Sophie on half a tank. Guys in front of half a tank. They're coming up to the marker here. Muted has made sure got past nice and swiftly. White line there from Rockstar. Hasn't got through. We can't see him. He's lost a bit of pace here. Serious damage, as you can see, front and rear aero damage. Sophie's just down the road. Here is Audio just in front. 4 laps to go. Sophie just coming to the part of this downhill section there. All flags are out as the drivers come through. Oh, very close to the side of the wall there. Audio being chased down. Red Spectre, as we said, holds this lead. 3 laps to go. Audio Muted in second. Again, Rockstar very quick into this final sector. Really pushing now. You can see second place. Ace buds are tingling. Another good exit off the corner. Here is Sophie closing in. Muted slowly pulling away here. It doesn't seem to be bothering not too much here. There is Sophie. There's Sophie in the background, so she's definitely closed in. Through the twisty stuff, she should definitely be closing, but Audio Muted seems to be really struggling. Battle on here for second place between Audio Rockstar and Sophie. Vector comfortably the final few corners. This is the line for lap 38. Oh, he's getting close. There is Jensen. His gear Kayla. Roberts has got past Cook for position. A mistake somewhere, but trying to find a way through. Oh, he goes into the wall there, does Cook. Man holding ninth. Blue flags out again. Pressure on Roberts is Cook. Find a way through. Can he grab that 7th place? Look like it's happening there. Benson now 5th. Sophie right behind 3rd and 2nd respectively. Look at this. Getting the flash on Rockstar as we come into the final because of this race. 2 laps to go. Look at this, Sophie's there. Sophie's right there. Battle for 2nd is on. Audio, Rockstar, Sophie. Flag up front. And they're going to close up on the back marker through this sector, and it's not where you want a back marker. The lights are ablaze from audio muted. Like, he's done a great job. He's done a really good job there. Oh, but Sophie might get caught out here. She's very lucky as well. Oh, contact with the wall from Rockstar. Get a little bit darker. The sun is setting here. Bathurst. Side by side action as audio muted goes wide. Oh, audio muted goes wide. Let's see if we can take a look at that. So there is audio muted. Look at Sophie all over the back. The braking zone. Audio muted can't take the corner he wants. It's on the power a little bit too early. Loses the back end. Manages to save a good save. Now the chase is on. Pulls out of the slipstream, and Sophie goes through into 2nd place with that aero damage on his car, front and rear. It's cost him. He's very quick through this sector of the track. And Sophie hold on. Back of the grid to 2nd place. Very impressive drive here. Rockstar in 3rd. He muted now in 4th, losing the 2 in front. Ikena just passing Richard Pugh in 5th place. Lights are on now for the drivers. Jensen's caught him up. Up there in 7th is Roberts for position. Aero damage. Man there in 9th. Stickman in 10th. There in 11th. Pugh there in 12th. Dog just there in 13th place with Red Spectre. 1 more lap to go here at Bathurst. The light to dim. Floodlights of the track come on. Sophie holding 2nd place. Sophie, Rockstar, audio muted. So final lap. Who is going to take this win? Like Red Spectre's got it in the bag, but who has podium? Is it going to be Sophie? Is it going to be Rockstar or Audio Muted? They come through to turn 2 again. Spectre making his way down the hill again. Sophie there in second. Third. He muted in fourth. Kayla all holding off Jensen, who's just behind him there in sixth place. Cook through the start finish straight. A mile behind the leader, who's making his way down. Back straight now, flashes his lights. Marshals, who have done a superb job this evening. The final few corners. Take a look at Sophie, who's under real pressure here, so Red Spectre's going to come through. And he is going to take this win, take the checkered flag. Going to be Red Spectre who takes the Bathurst 500. Sophie managing to get away from the ever-charging start. That area damage, he just cannot stay in that tow. Sophie looks like she might just win this one, but there could be one last chance here for Rockstar. Looks like Sophie's got it. Sophie's going to come across the line and take second place. From the back of the grid, it's going to be Rockstar in third. It's going to be Audio Muted who finishes in fourth place. Gia Kayla looks like he's going to hold off Jensen for that fifth place. Going to come round there. He's going to finish in the top 10. So Gia Kayla comes round and he will cross the line and finish in that fifth place. It's going to be Jensen in sixth. Wait for Cook now, the next driver. Thank you to everyone who joined this race as well. Very tough race, very enjoyable, and there was no time to finish that one. But thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the race, and thank you to everyone that has helped to make us partner here at CC Sim Racing. So there we go. Red Spectre wins this one. We will be doing another one soon, and if you enjoyed that, please don't forget to also subscribe and get your notifications here. CC Sim Racing. Become a member. If you'd like to be a member, then just click down. Costs you £1. That's all it costs you. You can be part of the CC Sim Racing's members only club there. Thank you very much. My name's Craig Cook. I hope you enjoyed yourself this evening. And this was CC Sim Racing. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Good night.